start with this. Caitlin Clark's leading, and we've got 4 Indiana Fever players in the top 10, which I think can be expected. And there's a supposed, people keep telling me, supposed second most popular player in the league that doesn't look like the second most popular player at all.
Did you catch that? Caitlin Clark is absolutely dominating the WNBA All-Star fan voting, racking up a staggering 515,993 votes. That's not just a lead, it's a clear message. And while everyone's busy calling Angel Reese the face of the league, she didn't even make the top 10. To make things even wilder, for other Indiana Fever players are climbing the ranks right alongside Clark, turning this all-star race into something no one saw coming.
In the lead, Angel Reese isn't even close to making the top 10.
How did Caitlin Clark's fans completely flip the script and turn the all-star race on its head? These numbers aren't just hype. They're a reflection of something much bigger happening in the league. So, what's really fueling this explosive fan movement? Let's break down the momentum behind Clark's meteoric rise and how it's shaking the foundation of WNBA politics.
The list is out. The list is out, man. Check out what Chloe ended up stating. Caitlin Clark is #1 in All-Star fan voting in the first returns the league just announced. Clark has 515,993 votes, while Minnesota's Nafisa Collier is second and Indiana's Aaliyah Boston is third.
The list is out, and Caitlin Clark has officially claimed the top spot in the first round of WNBA All-Star fan voting. The league confirmed Clark pulled in a massive 515,993 votes. Right behind her is Minnesota's Nafisa Collier in second, and Indiana's Aaliyah Boston rounds out the top 3. The fan base has spoken, and it's loud.
He's the only player to eclipse 500,000. Nafisa Collier, who is probably the leader of the MVP pack right now, is at 485,000.
Caitlin Clark's fan base has become an unstoppable force in the WNBA. Her 515,993 votes stand alone as the only total to break the 500,000 mark this year. And that's not just impressive. It's a staggering show of support that no other player in the league is even remotely close to touching.
Hey, fam, you literally have 5 players looking like they're going to be in the All-Star game. Check this out. You got Caitlin Clark right here. Aaliyah Boston right here, right? We go down a tad bit. Kelsey Mitchell. Go down a little bit. Lexi Hull. That's 4. That's 4 already. And then at 16, you have Natasha Howard, fam. Yo, oh my goodness, man. I know they are eating crow right now, man. Swinging.
To put things in perspective, the next closest in the voting is Nafisa Collier with around 485,000 votes. A significant gap that highlights just how dominant Clark's support really is. There's even buzz that she might shatter the 1 million vote mark by the end of the voting period, something the WNBA has never witnessed before. But this isn't just about one star player drawing attention. It's a full-blown movement that's forcing the league to rethink how it sees its fan base. And the ripple effect. It's lifting more than just Clark.
You cannot mess with this fan base, all right? Caitlin Clark fan base is the most dangerous fan base in a good way, all right, when it comes to voting.
That's right. Indiana Fever players are suddenly everywhere on the All-Star voting list. Aaliyah Boston holds third with about 447,000 votes. Kelsey Mitchell sits at 2177,000. Lexi Hall has around 217,000. Natasha Howard is in 16th, and Sophie Cunningham is quickly climbing at 23rd. That's 5 Fever players with a legitimate shot at making the All-Star team. And it's largely fueled by the wave Caitlin Clark's fan base is riding. They're not just voting for Clark, they're lifting her entire squad into the spotlight. That kind of influence is rare. Most players can't elevate a whole team just by being there, but Clark's presence is doing exactly that.
I'm wondering, are we going to see 1 million votes this time? Because I saw somebody earlier that said, so far, voting is actually way up versus exactly where we was at this time last year.
What sets Caitlin Clark's fan base apart? It's not just about stats or flashy highlights. It's about a deeper connection. Fans see her as clutch, the kind of player who delivers when it counts, and that breeds a rare kind of loyalty. For her supporters, voting isn't just a casual click. It's personal. It's about making sure she gets the recognition they believe she's earned. No one predicted this level of dominance. Sure, Clark entered the league with a ton of hype, but no one expected her to be pulling in over 500,000 votes, and now she's within reach of 1 million. That's not just popularity. It's momentum powerful enough to reshape the entire WNBA narrative. Her fans aren't waiting for the league to decide who matters. They're making that decision themselves. And the league, it has no choice but to listen.
Now, if you were thinking that you were going to be able to keep Caitlin Clark out of the All-Star vote, you're crazy, man. All right? You're really out of your mind if you thought you were going to be able to keep Caitlin Clark out of the All-Star.
And it's not just about the numbers. These voting results send a clear message. Every attempt to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact or redirect the spotlight has only fueled her fan base further. Her supporters are speaking loud and clear. They want Clark and her teammates front and center. The WNBA's old marketing playbook, it's starting to feel outdated. Fans aren't sitting around waiting for the media to decide who the stars are. They're making that call themselves. And right now, Clark is the one they're rallying around.
So we are 6 players down the list, and I've yet to see the name Angel Reese, or one of her dozens of aliases. I haven't seen Bayou Barbie, I haven't seen Me Bounds, Queen, Social Media Princess.
But while Clark's fan base is busy rewriting the rules, there's a very different story unfolding on the other side of the vote totals. There's a player the league and media have been promoting as the next big thing, plastered across campaigns, hyped in interviews. But the fan response just isn't matching the narrative. The disconnect is real, and it's becoming harder to ignore. Angel Reese is everywhere this season. Headlines, interviews, social media feeds. The media has crowned her the face of the WNBA, with Forbes even calling her one of the league's key growth drivers. Reese herself has doubled down on that narrative, saying she's the reason people are tuning in and promising she'll go down in history for promoting the league. But when it comes to All-Star fan voting, the numbers tell a much different story. The media says Reese is the face, but the fans clearly aren't buying it. She's sitting at 13th place with around 173,000 votes, not even close to the top 10. For someone labeled as the second most popular player in the league, she's being outvoted by rookie Kiki, who's polled in over 213,000. If the ratings, the attendance, and the LSU hype weren't enough to set the tone, the All-Star votes certainly are. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston is in 3rd place with about 447,000 votes, making the contrast even more glaring. Reese isn't just behind, she's not even in the same league when it comes to fan support. Even some of her own fans are starting to panic, scrambling to vote, and wondering why she's falling behind. It's not that Reese lacks media exposure. She gets plenty, but fans are clearly tuning out the hype and making their own choices. They're not just clicking for whoever the media says is important. They're voting based on who they feel connected to right now. That's Caitlin Clark, A. Wilson, and Nafi Collier. It's not just about stats or name recognition anymore. Fans are demanding authenticity and results. Reese might be everywhere in the press, but it's not translating into votes, and that's telling. The disconnect between what fans want and what the media keeps pushing is widening. And get this, Paige Buchers is ahead, too. Yes, Paige, who was once hailed as Clark's only real rival in women's basketball, is making a surprising surge. Despite landing in a less-than-ideal spot on the Dallas Wings, she's ranked 6th in voting. It's another example of fans making decisions based on connection and belief, not media spin. But here's where things might get messy. Media votes count for 25% of final All-Star selections. So even if the fans don't want Reese in, the media could still try to elevate her into the lineup. And if that happens, it's going to spark real backlash. Fans have spoken with their votes. And if the final rosters don't reflect that, the league's credibility could take a hit. This isn't just about Angel Reese missing the cut. It's about the larger message fans are sending. They're saying performance and connection matter more than branding. The top of the leaderboard shows that Clark, Collier, Boston. These players are getting it done, and fans are responding. Forbes may have headlined at Ree and Wilson are leading the league's growth. But when Clark pulls in over 515,000 votes and leads 5 Indiana Fever players into All-Star contention, the fans are rewriting that story in real time.